launched this brutal war over 2 years ago, I promised President Zelensky the United States and our allies and our partners would stand with him for the people of Ukraine as they defended their country. Since then, all of you, all my fellow leaders, have built a global coalition to support Ukraine, supplied economic and humanitarian support, supplied weapons that Ukraine needs to defend itself. And 2 days ago, I announced a historic donation of air defense equipment to protect Ukrainian cities, troops, and from Russian missiles. And here today, with all these important people behind me, we take another important step in our collective support for Ukraine. We refer to it as the Ukraine Compact. In the short term, we'll continue to supply Ukraine with the weapons, munitions, and training. Last year, the G7 nations signed onto a declaration to protect Ukraine long term, not just for the duration of this war, but beyond after they win. 25 additional countries quickly joined them and pledged to negotiate and sign a bilateral security agreement with Ukraine. Now, 1 year later, more than 20 countries plus the European Union have completed and signed these agreements. And more countries are finalizing theirs as we speak. This compact brings all those countries together in a unified, coordinated, and comprehensive architecture to support Ukraine, not just for now, but for years in the future. In the medium term, we'll help build a future force that has the strength. You heard me say it before. We're building a bridge to NATO for Ukraine, a pathway leading to an eventual membership as they continue to implement important domestic reforms. This compact, which is on the stage here, is a central piece of that bridge. What happens to Ukraine matters. It matters to all of Europe. It matters to NATO. Quite frankly, it matters to the whole world. We're united against Putin's senseless and brutal war. We are united behind Ukraine as it fights to defend its freedom and its future. We're united behind a vision of the world where free countries like Ukraine do not have to fear aggression from a brutal tyrant next door. Ukraine and deter further aggression. In the long term, as I've said before, Russia will not prevail in this war. Ukraine will prevail in this war, and we'll stand with them every single step of the way. That's what the compact says, loudly and clearly. And now I want to hand it over to the President of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it. Anyway, Mr. President.
I'm better.
You are a hell of a lot better. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. You're going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky.
Last year at the NATO summit in Vilnius, we took a very strong step with the G7 declaration on security for Ukraine, for Ukrainian people. And we did not waste time, and now we have a solid architecture of security guarantees. I thank President Biden for his leadership and all the efforts to make our security cooperation full of strong actions. There are 23 strong agreements, and there will be agreements with other countries. And we have a historically significant security agreement with the United States. All of these helped us obtain the necessary air defense systems, thanks to America and to all the partners, to all the leaders, and your societies, your people, of course. Thanks to all partners for the Patriots and other air defense systems. Provision of this Ukraine Compact we are forming takes our relations to a new level, a significant achievement for Ukraine and all of us. Slava Ukraini!